Yeah, but
James Fields,
SEALs.
James Fields, who's a mentally ill kid who's one quarter Jewish, has become a Nazi, white supremacist.
Yeah,
If they
I
could
mean,
do that to James Fields, who is partially Jewish, what could they
it's
do to
apples
you?
and oranges. Apples and oranges.
No, that process, that specific process. They can take someone who is genetically Jewish and turn him into a Nazi. They did it like that.
It's sorcery, I tell you.
You know, when you're a SEAL, or some sort of special ops, operator, you look into the mission, and you evaluate, okay,
No,
let
you fucking don't.
yeah,
Those guys
oh,
love to kill
well,
people. What do you
okay,
think they
well,
jump out of airplanes and stab people in the side of the neck on a fucking mountain in Afghanistan for? Because they're philosophers? No, because they like to fucking kill people.
yeah, once again, you're comparing apples to oranges. I mean, going after terrorists in Afghanistan is
Look.
completely
If the FBI and the ATF decided we want to take 50 guys that we consider to be domestic terrorists and make them disappear in one night, it could be done very easily. 50 people is
Okay,
not very many.
they invaded Iraq. Iraq didn't attack us on 9/11, right?
yeah,
They killed bin Laden in 2012. They're still shooting guys in Afghanistan. No,
yeah.
these are not philosopher kings, okay? They're not sending fucking Melchizedek out with a fucking AR, okay? That's not who
And the
they're
Bible.
sending.
And the Bible.
Yeah, in the Bible, that's right. They're usually using the Bible as a plate, as a bulletproof vest.
Shield, yeah.
Um, that's not who they're sending. You've never met guys like this. You don't know guys like this,
That's not
and there's
true.
dudes out there. There's dudes on YouTube that used to do this shit. That now do firearms training and shit like that. Okay, there's a guy named John McPhee. If you go into YouTube and you type in the sheriff of Baghdad, you see a bunch of video on this guy. Okay, and this guy he was in the Rangers, then he was in the Green Berets, then he was in the Delta Force. Okay, and I used to follow this guy on Facebook, and he just says, "I love killing savages." He's a total Israel firster, 100% Israel firster. This guy. Okay, and they tell him who the savages are, and he kills them, and he's great at it. This guy's like literally a legend in the special forces community. Tons of books written in the War of Terror about this guy who did this and this guy did that. We're all about this guy John McPhee. So he's not sitting down and questioning anything. They tell him what he tells a story. It's a great story. He's leaving Green Berets and going into the Delta Force, which is tippy top, and you're not even supposed to say Delta Force. So there's a question and answer period after the physical exam, and they bring him to an interview, and they say, and the last person that interviewed you, if you saw the last person who talked to you walk out behind the tent, shoot somebody in the head, and kill them right there, would you report it to your superiors? And he said, no, I wouldn't do that. And they said, well, why wouldn't you do that? And he says, because I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's his business. And that answer was the wrong answer for Delta Force. The answer they wanted was, yes, I would report it up the chain of command. Now, what did they do? They jiggered things around, so they let him answer again so he could get into Delta Force because they really wanted him. But he gave an honest special forces operators guy answer. Hey, if my commanding officer goes and shoots somebody in the face 5 minutes after he talks to me, I assume my commanding officer has a good reason for that. But the perfect legal answer is that's against the Uniform Code of Military Justice, and therefore you must report the blah, 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 blah. That's what the Army wants to hear. But what they really want is a guy who can shoot anybody in the face at any time, anywhere. But you have to say, and so he learned at this point, and that video is up on YouTube. The guy's name is John, John McPhee, McPhee. Also, he refers to himself as the Sheriff of Baghdad. Go watch the videos that guy's got. He tells some very funny stories. But the one I specifically related to, I think I saw on Facebook a while back. These are not philosopher kings. This is not Melchizedek with an AR-15. Okay, this is not Dennis Dale. Okay, these are different dudes, and they get charged up about the idea of literally of jumping out of an airplane and fucking killing somebody. They love that shit. They're not thinking about it. And if you get defined as a domestic terrorist and they're going to save America, by taking you out. What's the difference between that and killing a goat herder in Afghanistan? To them, it's the same thing.
You want a war you can't win? Are you telling me that 200 men against your boy is a no-win situation for us? You send that many, don't forget one thing. What? A good supply of body bags.